Yo, okay, here we go. Some scraggly beard. What are you gonna do? Hey, I'm Father Mark Mary with the Franciscan Friars, the Renewal, and this is Ascension Presents. Often, with great suffering comes great authority, which is one reason why this young man's statement of faith so profoundly increased my own, and I pray it'll do the same for you. This young man's name was Noé. Noé is a young man in his mid-20s who lives in Honduras, and when he was in his late teens, through a great tragedy, he was shot and left paralyzed. I had a chance to meet Noé when I was living in Honduras. For a while, I had a chance every week to go and visit those who couldn't leave their homes. And so I would visit Noé, and I just became friends with him. We'd talk, we'd read from the scriptures, and then I'd give him communion. And after visiting Noé for a couple of months, I finally had developed enough of a relationship with him to sort of ask to hear his story. You know, brother, when I was 18, when I was 19, I wasn't following the Lord. I knew it was right, but I wasn't doing it. I was living a bit of a wild life. But then someday, for a reason which I don't really know, somebody shot me. And I woke up not being able to feel from my waist down. And he goes on to explain the great darkness of it, as you can imagine, not only with the physical pain, but this radical change in your life. So many of the hopes and dreams of his childhood will now have no chance of being fulfilled. Talked about how after the injury, his bones fused together. For a couple of years, he couldn't leave his bed because his legs couldn't bend to sit in a wheelchair. And the Friars, now we have a hospital down there called San Benito Jose, St. Benedict Joseph Medical Center. And every couple of months, a medical team comes down from the States, and they offer free surgeries for the poorest of the poor. And so Noé, after a number of surgeries, over a period of months and even years, was able to get to the point where he can at least sit in a wheelchair. And at the same time, he's talking about the pain and the surgeries, but he also explains the way in which, through the visits of the Friars, through his own time of prayer, that his faith began to grow. And he began to fall in love with the Lord. And as he's sharing his story at the end, I'm kind of blown away. I'm kind of shocked. And I know it's kind of a bold question to ask, but I said, like, no way, the way you're talking, it's as if this injury has been a blessing in your life. Like, if you could change everything, would you? And he looks at me and he says, you know, brother, before I was shot, yeah, I had the use of my legs, but I wasn't walking with Jesus. So if the Lord gives me the ability to walk again, but it means I'm going to stop walking with Jesus, then it's better that I'm left as I am. Because it is better to not have the use of my legs and to walk with Jesus than to be able to walk and to walk alone. What a profound witness. This young man in his mid-20s, still in the midst of great physical and emotional suffering, can say it is better to not have the use of my legs and to walk with Jesus than to be able to walk, but to walk alone. My brothers and sisters, let us think seriously about any things in our lives which are preventing us from walking with Jesus. And whatever those things are, no matter how attractive, how entertaining, how pleasure-filled they may be, let's not let anything keep us from walking with the Lord Jesus, because there is nothing sweeter. There is nothing which more perfectly satisfies our hearts. My brothers and sisters, poco a poco, little by little, vamos a llegar. We are pilgrims on this earth, walking with the Lord Jesus. We're going to make it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next week. Bye.